All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see if we can find this game. Folks, we are almost ready to go. This should be on ESPN News, apparently, because this Tennessee and Arizona game is going long. And assuming that I can find ESPN News in... This might take a sec, as the computer is running very slow when you don't want it to. Yep, yep. Yep, just being difficult. I can't just like search. I should just be able to search ESPN News and it should come up. But that apparently turns out to be more difficult than one would hope. Ah, there it is. Got it. All right. Wow. Okay, we're up 6-2. All right, fair enough. 6-2 here. And the Discord stream is just going to be whatever the Discord stream is. I can't go change that channel. So whenever that ESPN2 swaps over, it'll actually go be correct. But for now, we're just going to have to deal with it. And 6-2 here for the Duke Blue Devils in the early going, as Justin Mutz is going to get the 2. We'll fix the scores and everything once we get a first timeout, because I'm not exactly sure who's been scoring and who hasn't. And for all the folks in chat, I know we've got Swabby and Keon. Good evening, good evening. Also, awesome Adopt Me Life. Welcome in, everybody. And Bouncaro's going to put up 3 from the left wing. No good. Nice rebound on the weak side by Mark Williams, by the way. That's blocked by Virginia Tech, and he's going to get this up outside to Wendell Moore. One dribble, and the fake. Yes, Wendell Moore with the early 3. Nice shot fake. As I gotta turn Jay Billis down in my head because that's annoying. Keels there with the active hands in the steal. It's gonna retain possession with Virginia Tech for the time being. So Moore actually has 2 3-pointers there. He's got 6 so far. I don't know where the other points for Duke are coming from, although one of the storylines tonight is going to be the 3-point line. Virginia Tech basically owning both sides of that line on the offensive side and the defensive side of the ball, as that shot is no good by Tech. Rebound to Williams. Duke with the Brotherhood unis in the white looking really good, and that shot also looks really good. Wendell Moore's got at least 8 in the early going here, and so we're only 3 minutes in. Storm Murphy with the ball handling duties for the Hokies. I have to say, Storm Murphy is one heck of a name. I mean, I think I love it. And great block there by Mark Williams, who's had 2 or more blocks in 9 games this season. He's averaging about 3 blocks a game, actually, and that is his first one of the afternoon. Bancaro, the air step back jumper is good. Duke's got the range here in the early going. 16-24, as we haven't quite hit the under 16 timeout, and then we'll take the tally. It's 13-4, Duke in the ACC opener. And oh, this is fantastic pressure by Roach on Storm Murphy, actually. Virginia Tech trying to get it inside. Rebounds off of 2 Blue Devils. Bancaro caught up in the air. And Keeve Aluma is going to get 2. Score over Bancaro, actually. Actually, student section looks really good tonight. For being, just a few days before Christmas, I must say they in Elon didn't look that full, but it looks full tonight as Bancaro goes long on the mid-range jump shot, rebound down to Tech, and the Hokies are making a move here. The outside shot for Virginia Tech is good. Moore bringing the ball up now for Duke, and that goes to Bancaro. Bancaro driving to the ACC in the paint there, and Bancaro's going to get, foul against Virginia Tech as the shot goes wide anyway, but it wasn't going to count. So here we go. Let's figure out what we've got going on. Live stats. One of these has my live stats. There it is. Okay, perfect. Team. I'm gonna mute that. Perfect. All right, all right. All right, so the starting five for Virginia Tech were Hunter Couture, Keeve Aluma, Justin Mutz, Naheem Aline. Wait, is that? Elaney, sorry, and Storm Murphy. Those are your five for the Hokies. And it's 7 points actually for Aluma so far, and 2 for Mutz. Aluma being one of the better, them and Couture, the ones we have to watch. Couture coming off a big game against St. Bonaventure, which is the last game that Virginia Tech played. It's a career high 21 points for him in that particular matchup. For our Duke Blue Devils, it was the standard starting lineup, which looks like Coach K has pretty much settled into, especially as we get into ACC play. We might see the distribution of minutes start accumulating with certain players more so than others, although I think the 7 or 8 man rotation, actually more like 8 or 9 deep that we can go if we go with Theo John and actually AJ Griffin, which had some really nice games. Can't pull the game out yet because of Arizona, Tennessee. Yeah, the difficulty here is that game that's the Arizona Tennessee game is on ESPN, and then they move this one to ESPN News, and at some point it's gonna swap over, and that's yeah. So 8 points for Wendell Moore. He's currently leading Duke there, and 3 for Keels, who had the other 3-pointer. Trevor Keels, the only Blue Devil so far this season to score a 3-pointer in every single game of the season so far, and he's got one this evening rather. Mark Williams so far has 4 rebounds, 2 offensive and 2 defensive, and also 2 assists to go along with his 1 block, as Joey Baker is going to be subbed into the game here. And this should resume momentarily, I would think. No personal fouls so far for Duke, 1 personal foul for Aluma. And that's what we've got. And this is the start of the ACC slate here for Duke, wrapping up the non-conference at 11-1. The only blemish there on the resume, of course, being that mishap over at Ohio State, although I think we probably learned a little thing or two from that one. As Duke's going to inbound this one, and actually it's Theo John in the game as well. The turnaround jump shot for Wendell is just a little too strong, hits off back iron. Storm Murphy bringing this up the court. Ooh, Theo John almost got out there for a steal, gambled on it. Not quite, though, as Storm is driving baseline, being guarded by Banchero. Much smaller there, and that shot is no good, rather, as Theo John brings it down. And Wendell is off to the races. We got a blocking foul here on Hunter Couture. Actually think that should be 4 and 4 on that one. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. Banchero receives the inbounds play, but Duke's just going to set some half-court offense here. Joey Baker goes baseline, nothing to it there. High screen and roll by Theo John, but Wendell unable to get the ball into him. Roach now gets the ball into Theo John, and we have another foul. And that one's going to be on Storm Murphy. The first on him. Where's Storm? There you go. 3 fouls so far for the Hokies. Storm Murphy, a graduate transfer for the Virginia Tech team. And Aluma being Virginia Tech's only senior, although he's a redshirt senior, so this is his 5th year of eligibility. As Wendell Moore gets this at the top of the key, we have under 10 seconds to go for Duke. Pretty good defense here by Virginia Tech on this possession, who's basically defended a possession and a half. Banchero's going to try a fadeaway jump shot, and that is no good. 3-point shot by, wow, okay. 3-point shot by Virginia Tech is totally a brick. As Duke quickly on the other end of the floor. Now Banchero trying to go one-on-one. Can't make it happen. Pass back outside to Wendell. Virginia Tech's defense actually pretty good. They're only allowing about 56 points per game here as Roach is going to go for 3 straight on, and that's too hard. And Virginia Tech is out in transition. Yeah, that's the pass, correct pass to make. And Maddox gets 2. Long rebound, first pass in the opponent's fast break. Oh, and Banchero can't put it in as he was trying to go quickly there in and amongst the double team. Doesn't quite work out. Virginia Tech's just going to reset here. They've actually managed to claw this thing back. It's 13-11 right now with a chance to tie. And this is Theo John on Aluma, and Aluma has got it. 9 points for Aluma. Yes, they've got 9-0 currently. Jeez, and then we've all tied up at 13. Kind of sneaky here, the Hokies, as Duke's offense has really hit a skid. We actually haven't had much. Well, we've tried to go to the rim. Banchero didn't quite work. But yeah, wow, Aluma with the defense there on Banchero is actually pretty good. Ball's out on Aluma as Duke will go baseline inbounds here, which has been pretty good for the Blue Devils, actually, as A.J. Griffin gets his first minutes of action. Oh, we've even got the Brotherhood t-shirts on the bench. Those look really cool, actually. 4 seconds on the shot clock. Let's see if Wendell Moore. Yes, Wendell. He's into double figures with 10 so far, 15-13. Blue Devils ahead. Keels now defending Storm Murphy beyond the half-court line here. Virginia Tech does manage to get it over the timeline. And Aluma trying to go for a handoff. No, this is to N'Guessan. And 3-point shot from the outside. Actually, no good. Duke dodged a bullet there. And I have to... There we go. Yeah, sign in there. Bodies on the floor now for both Virginia Tech and Duke. And we are going to end up in a tie-up. And trying to take that one out. Yep, there we go. Perfect. All right, that is the actually that's the under 12 timeout. So some of the topics I wanted to get to that I didn't quite have a chance to get to just yet. Also, is the Tennessee game done yet? Are we still waiting on this? Still waiting on the Tennessee game? Like, what's the deal? It's done. Okay. All right. Good. Oh, it just finished. Okay, I see. Yeah, that's why this game isn't actually cutting to commercial. And now we are at... Yes, we are at the proper Duke game with the ESPN2. All right, so we can almost like restart the broadcast, if you will. Get everybody caught up. Now the Discord broadcast should be up and running and correct for folks that are watching. So there we go. Perfect. So if you're just joining us, welcome in. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas to all those folks who are celebrating here as coming up this weekend. It is Wendell Moore currently leading our Blue Devils here at the onset of ACC play with our first game against Virginia Tech. Moore has got 10 points so far. Keels has 3. Banchero's got 2. And Mark Williams has been cleaning up the boards nicely. On the other side, Keith Aluma with 9 is really carrying the Hokies at the moment. And that is kind of where we stand. Assuming that, yeah, that should be its own window there. Oh, God. This is like when you need like 3. I need like 8 monitors. Like it's like literally like a stock day trader at this rate. There we go. Now we've got everything we need. Yeah. All right. So, as we were saying, the 3-point line is going to be an interesting one tonight because Virginia Tech ranks first in 3-point field goal defense, only allowing about 25% for their opponents, and second in 3 points made in the ACC, shooting about 40% from beyond the arc. Now, Duke has been up and down from the 3-point line, but the Hokies are first in 3-pointers made in the ACC. They make about 9 a game. So that's the stat that we need to sort of, we need to keep tabs on. Right now, Kiva Luma is the only Hokie that's actually made a 3. The Hokies have missed 3 other ones. They're 1-4 so far. But we're going to have to keep an eye on that one. Orlando, just checking in. Hey. I know it's probably super late for you because you are like you told us you were in Morocco the other time. So that's probably going to be quite late because it is even quite late for folks here on the East Coast. 9:23 as the game finally getting underway. Duke owning the series against Virginia Tech. We have actually only lost once at home, and that came back in 2007. So that would be, well, by 14 years ago, essentially, by almost 15 years ago by my math. The problem is usually when we go to play in Castle Coliseum, which is the stadium over in Blacksburg, which is where we played last year, and we dropped that one. And it also seems that the higher ranked Blue Devil team, that is a trip. Yeah, absolutely. As Wendell Moore hits the deck hard on a drive to the hoop. And it also seems like the higher ranked Blue Devil team, the better Virginia Tech plays. I don't know why, but it's always that seems to be seems to be the issue. Anyway, Virginia Tech bringing in 2 folks off the bench. Justin Mutz here and Hunter Couture return for the Hokies. As Wendell Moore inbounding from the baseline here, no cheeky play there for Duke. Griffin now gets this and it's back to Moore. 14 seconds on the shot clock here. Keels, Baker, Theo John, Moore, and Griffin rather. Keels are your 5 for the Blue Devils as Keels' shot is off. That 3 no good. Did look like a decent shot. It wasn't all that contested by Virginia Tech. Extra pass there by Tech doesn't result in a shot, and that should have been a travel. What? Should have been a travel by Couture, who definitely skidded when he hit the blue paint. And Tech is going to get 2. Mutz has 4 on that little floater there from the blue painted area. High screen by John, rolling to the bucket, can't quite handle the pass from Keels, but it was deflected by Virginia Tech, so we have another opportunity here. As Williams, Roach, and Banchero come back in, and who's out? Baker, John, and Wendell Moore actually going to the bench to get a breather. My guess is that he'll get like maybe a minute of a breather and then not much after that. Keel's going to go for 3 again in front of the Cameron Crazies, and that just hits the iron and doesn't go anywhere. Not a good shot at all. That looked terrible. Baker guarding Padula, actually, who's into the game. Good hands by Mark Williams, who deflects that one away from Justin Mutz, and Hokies are going to have to inbound. The white and navy blue LeBron 3s. So they are wearing a certain kind of shoe. Actually, I thought somebody was wearing those blue shoes, and I thought Wendell Moore's shoes looked something like that. But each player gets to wear their own, so it's not consistent, actually. But Wendell's shoes actually look really good with the kit. So next time he's on the floor, take a look. Duke just gone cold right now. We're 1 of 8, and Banchero getting manhandled down low as Gessen is called for his first. Actually, there are 5 fouls in Virginia Tech. We'll fix that up. All right, let's see if Duke finally tries an inbounds play here to try to get something going to the basket. Yes, they do. That's Keels with an easy one. Beautiful. Keels with a little right-handed lay-in. Almost didn't go. Yeah, well, I think I was looking on Twitter earlier today, Orlando, and basically they were like, well, Duke needs to as Mark Williams gets his second block and Duke is out in transition. Keels over to Banchero over to Ruidell, who loses it going up and is actually fouled. But they were like, Duke needs to announce like a date and a time when they're going to put those jerseys on sale because they're going to go quick. Although I suppose, well, actually, it depends. Suppose if you were actually at Duke right now, you may or may not be able to buy them if they had extras, but they would make an excellent Christmas gift for Blue Devil fans, that's for sure. As Wendell Moore, if you're looking to cross gifts for Blue Devil fans off your list, these jerseys would have done it for you there, as Wendell's got 11. But yeah, I don't actually think you can buy them. I don't know if I've ever looked to. They have this one in blue. I don't know if I've looked to see if that actually exists. Yes, and I also saw that note that WinVow is putting in chat, is saying that the ACC is making adjustments so that teams don't have to forfeit games. There was actually a forfeiture already, not in the ACC, but I saw in another league. I think it was the Big East, I want to say, where a team could not actually, or they tried to reschedule, but they couldn't. And so that resulted in the forfeiture of a game in league play. And I think it's probably the right move by the ACC to try to reschedule as many games as possible so that they don't get forfeits, because that would be unfortunate. Although I did see that apparently the college football playoff can be won by forfeiture in the case that a team cannot field enough players to play one of the playoff games. And that should be a charge. What? Wait, he's not in the restricted area. What? No, that's the wrong replay, ESPN. That's not the one we were looking at. Oh, well, Banchero's going to get called for a blocking foul, but it looked like he was set for minutes. I mean, damn. And Aluma's got 2, so 2 at the line rather, so he's got 11. So far, 11 Aluma and Wendell going head to head here. 12 points for Wendell and 11 for Aluma, as Roach gets a nice little cheeky play there at the baseline, and it's 2 easy points for Jeremy Roach. Next whistle will take us to a media timeout. And Mutz, good defense there by Banchero and Williams, and that gets deflected and falls into the hands of Moore. Excellent pass to Keels, and then that's back to Banchero. Banchero at the ACC. Oh, actually tipped out from Virginia Tech. Back to Banchero. Is going to have to reset this 20 seconds on the shot clock. And Roach going to with a leaner. Way too difficult of a shot. Okay, at least Chad agrees with me that that was a charge. I don't understand how that's a block. It literally looked like Banchero was A, not in the restricted area, B, set for just ages, and like the guy ran into him. I was like, what? And literally the ref was right behind us. Well, Murphy's going to get 3 here. That's a big shot. And Virginia Tech actually going to take the lead on that one, 22-21. So the Hokies really bringing it so far. Actually, Hokies already 0-1 in league play, having lost to Wake Forest. About, was it 81-67? Something like that was the score. All right, Banchero looking for options here. High screen and quick roll there by Mark Williams, but doesn't go. Banchero's just going to go one-on-one off the glass. Too difficult. Gets his rebound there after Williams kept it alive in the putback. Yes, Banchero's got 4. Excellent play, however, by Mark Williams, who kept the rebound alive and managed to land back in the hands of Banchero. Keels still bringing the defense about 3/4 court. And a cheap foul against Mark Williams. Okay, cheap foul against Mark Williams. It's going to take us to a stoppage here. Oh, that was the backdoor cut by Jeremy Roach. That went too quick for me to stay. Very, very nice for me to actually see it the first time, but good on the replay there. All right, so let's double check what we've got as we catch up with everything here. I believe Virginia Tech has an additional foul that I haven't charged to somebody. Aluma, Mutz, Alaney. That's it. 1, 2. Oh, there should be 6 actually. Maddox has one too. All right, so 6 team fouls so far for the Hokies. Next one puts Duke in the bonus, and we'll be shooting 1-on-1 from the free throw line. So far on the Duke side, only Mark Williams and Banchero have one apiece. Not too bad. But Wendell Moore so far the story of the evening with his 12 points, and Keeve Aluma on the other side managing so far 11. And actually, I noticed I spelled AJ Griffin wrong. And because it should be an I-N at the end, not an E. There we go. All fixed. Providence versus Georgetown was a forfeit. Yeah, okay, yeah. That was one. That should be that's a Big East game. It's actually really unfortunate because, I mean, you can make an argument that the school should be should be trying to make sure that their students don't get sick, but at the same time, there's only so much you can do. Quick check on the stats so far. 3-point percentage for both teams actually sub 40. Virginia Tech shooting 33%, Duke at 37.5. As both teams about 9 and 20, Duke 9 for 21 from the field. So both teams shooting about 45% in general, but the 3-point shooting for both teams not really heating up. Although given how close this game is right now, you see the first team to actually heat up from 3 might be able to get themselves out with an advantage early on. What else can we see here? Rebounding margin pretty straightforward right now, 12-11, so not much there. On paper, this game looked actually pretty good for our Blue Devils. There isn't basically, like, if you just look at how many points per game these teams are scoring, Duke averaging 86 points per game, Virginia Tech only 71. The line on this about 9, I think, is what I saw right before the game started. However, again, what we mentioned earlier was that defensively, Virginia Tech was only allowing 56.5 points per game. So this is, we can look at the offensive stats and say, well, sure, if Duke gets off and it actually manages to put up 86 points, then that would be crazy. But Virginia Tech on the other side is going to try to hold us down. And right now, the game is kind of being played at Virginia Tech's pace, I would think. I think we want to be able to have more runouts and just get faster and get in transition. But Virginia Tech definitely slowing it down on the defensive end. The Raptors only had 7 uniform players. Yeah, well, I also saw that the NHL was just taking a break. Basically, that they were just saying, come back after the Christmas holidays. And I think there's a lot been overseas as well in the Premier League. There have been issues as Virginia Tech almost throws this ball out of bounds, but they got 4 seconds on the shot clock, and Storm Murphy's going to have to put up a long 3, and of course he hits it. Damn. All right, 25-23 is the Hokies ahead by 2 here from the 3-point shot by Storm Mutz. A lot of weave action at the top of the key, and now Roach gets to the ACC, and that shot, yes, just kind of dies on the rim. A little bit of a kiss there as Roach gets it to go, 25 all. That's a tough shot, though. That is nothing coming easy so far, and it wasn't actually assisted. He kind of just made that play happen. As Aluma left open from 3, that shot no good, but Virginia Tech skying in for the rebound, and yes, Aluma gets the chip, and I guess Mutz was the one that actually shot it. Keels to Griffin. Griffin thought about 3, comes back down with it. Now with a much tougher shot, but he does get it. That's a beautiful looking mid-range jump shot for AJ Griffin. Fantastic to get his contribution tonight because we're going to need it. Aluma driving on Theo John, and that should be out. Should be out on Virginia. It looked like it was out on Virginia Tech. Okay. All right. All right. Actually, AJ Griffin's last 3 games, very, very good. Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, now they're finally showing those. Yeah, it's about 12 points per game, 7 assists, 0 turnovers. So in those 3 games, and we knew that he needed to have very good minutes in those 3 games, and he did, which is actually really positive. And that's going to be a foul on Mark Williams, which is unfortunate there. Oh, 10 games canceled, 2 for women's tonight. Oh, wow. Yeah, so a lot of ups and downs. So far, we'll just keep our fingers crossed that Duke stays clean. And we were able to keep going. This will be our last game for the week. We typically play 2 games when you're in ACC play. You play like a Tuesday, Wednesday, and then you play a Saturday or you play a Monday. But it's just going to be Wednesday for us this week. Of course, Christmas being this weekend. And then we'll have, what is it? It actually falls on Saturday. It does fall on Saturday, right? So there's no game on Saturday. And then we'll have a game against Clemson. We have to go to Little John Coliseum down in South Carolina. Oh, that's a flop, man. Oh, that is a flop. God damn, that is a flop. Oh, what a rejection by Banchero! Oh! Yo, Elaney tried to go in for the poster dunk, and Banchero said, here's the poster block. Get out. Banchero with the little spin move in the lane, gets it outside to Griffin. Griffin for 3. This is going to be big if it goes. It doesn't. Couture comes down with it. And Hokies here. Next whistle probably going to take us to the under 4 media timeout. 27 points all. It's actually right kind of on the scoring average that Virginia Tech allows its opponents to get. And that's an easy shot up and over as Aluma's got 15. This guy's going off. This guy's going off tonight. This is like the classic, one of the guys on the opposing team, this usually happens in ACC play, by the way, just has a night. That should be an and 1 for Roach, and it is. Roach actually giving us some fantastic minutes tonight and great production. He's got 6 so far, chance to make it 7 at the free throw line when we come back from this commercial break, which we won't take, but of course ESPN will. And then he's got, second leading scorer here for the Blue Devils. Only 5 Blue Devils on the board at the moment. Moore with 12, Roach with 6, Keels with 5, Banchero with 4, and AJ Griffin with 2. And yes, I did see that, by the way, that A&M had to forfeit their bowl game, which that is never good because those bowl games are a lot of money. They're big financial boosts for the programs. And actually, there are 2 things. One, it allows programs to practice for another 3 weeks, essentially, give or take, after the end of what would be the season. And then there's just a lot of like financial benefits from being able to play in the bowl. Now, the fact that they were in the bowl, I don't know what happens to the fact that they can't play it. Like, I don't know if they still get any money for it or not. But typically, yeah, there's a lot of money associated with that, so that's not good. But it's also, of course, like nice for the players to get to go and win a bowl game. So that's unfortunate. They won't get to do that either. Anyway, back to our game here, which is now a 29-point all affair, as Virginia Tech and Duke going head to head here. In this first game of the ACC. Duke having won 5 of its last 7 ACC openers. But yeah, 21-1 against Virginia Tech at home. But this iteration of this Hokies team is really handing it to us, at least in the first half. We're going to have to see a bit more from Banchero and Keels in the second It'd be interesting to see now that we're in ACC play. Look, the non-conference was really good, right? 11-1, one road like true road game at Ohio State didn't go our way. Whatever, it happens. Um, yeah, Window, absolutely, man. Thanks for joining us here for the first half. But now this is when the games really count. This is when the games really count. And actually, I don't know if we still are the ECC's only ranked team, but we were there for a while. So, yes, nice. We went 11-1 in the non-conference. A good win against Gonzaga, obviously. But this is when it's going to count. Ask Tech. But yeah, Wendell Moore continues to be on this hot streak. I mean, he's averaging 16 points a game, 5 rebounds, 5 assists. He's shooting over 50% from the field. I mean, all the stats is just piling up so far for Wendell. We'll check in at halftime as far as that goes. But right now, he's almost perfect. He's 4 of 5, 2 for 2 from 3. But it really is the Virginia Tech defense that is keeping us down at the moment. Yeah, Keon. So that is the real question, right? That was the sort of the question I was alluding to earlier when I was trying to think about. Oh my God, Roach, that was a short free throw as the 3-point play cannot be completed. I'm really curious to see how deep our rotation goes. We've played basically 9. We've played 5, 3. We've played 8 guys so far. And let's see if Coach K decides to go any deeper than that. Really tough shot by Aluma, but the shots just keep going in. I mean, the bucket is huge for this guy right now. And he's got 17. Wendell Moore down to Banchero. Banchero trying to make it happen. Nice lay-in for Banchero. They're just going one-on-one in the paint there. And no, Virginia Tech doesn't bring any help defense in, so easy play there for Banchero. And right now, yeah, Luma with 17 points, the best player on the floor for both teams, actually, at the moment. It should be a travel. Yes. Good defense there by Griffin as Justin Mutz gets caught up. And the travel is finally called. No, sorry, Aluma gets. Wait, no. That was Mutz. 25. 25 traveled. Yeah. All right. Moore calling for Banchero up top. Oh, lazy pass, and Virginia Tech just intercepts it. What? All right. Well, that's 2 free points. That was like everybody asleep as Griffin is going to dive in and he's going to try to go up with it and he's going to get fouled. As Mutz gets his first. Oh, such a lazy pass. Very uncharacteristic, by the way. Moore is not one to turn the ball over. Actually, Duke not really one to turn the ball over. Where's my stat on turnovers? There's some stat I had on turnovers. Of course, I can't find it. And Griffin at the free throw line gets the first. Block shots, fewest fouls. Yeah, 7th fewest turnovers. So there was my stat. Ranking 3rd in the NCAA in assist to turnover ratio, 2 assists per turnover, and what's 7th fewest in turnovers in the entire NCAA, by the way, with only 9 a game. Yeah, if he had never gotten hurt, he probably would have dunked that. He probably also may have been starting, but that is supposed neither here nor there. I suppose Keels maybe has his starting spot, technically, although Keels has more than earned it in his own right, as Luma just tries to put up a crazy shot. All right, he's basically saying, yeah, give me anything at this point. And Banchero here, Banchero going to go one-on-one. Yes, on Mutz. Oh, they're going to call that a charge? Come on. Yeah. Nice flop, Virginia Tech. Okay. 2 fouls on Bancaro so far today. Keon that carried Blackshear. Like, easy. That dude just gave us nightmares. Like, just nightmares for years. Years! Blackshear. Especially because on the boards, we just had nobody that could contend. It was awful. It was awful. Stuart Murphy now being guarded by Jeremy Roach. This is Couture, comes off a screen and gets a wide open 3-point shot, and Hunter Couture has 3 as Virginia Tech has opened a 4-point lead here against our Blue Devils in Cameron and the ACC opener. Chad, it's okay. I'm not really worried right now. I'm not worried. Like, if it was less than 10 minutes left in the game, maybe I'd be worried. I'm not really worried right now. And they're going to call this on Theo John, I think. Yeah, they're going to call it on Theo John. Theo John with the personal on the rebound. All right, 1 minute left here in this first half. Actually, Bates Jones now into the game here. Maybe protecting, because no Theo John. Ooh, that was a crazy pass there as Wendell Moore manages to grab it. And Keels gets fouled on the way up. Yeah, good play there by Duke. And that should be Elaney, I think. Duke looking better on that offensive possession, playing fast, forcing Virginia to make mistakes. Gets a foul. Trevor Keels earns himself a trip to the free throw line. Aline. Oh, Aline is how they pronounce it. All right, fine. Oh, man. You don't feel much in the mood for celebrating, Chris. I actually completely missed the graphic. I wasn't. What are the good games? I'm sure they'll show it again in the second half. Oh my God, Keels missed them both, but Bates Jones with the tip out, and Duke's got another opportunity here. 20 seconds on the shot clock, game clock at 30, so there is a bit. It's actually a bit more than that. It's about 15-second game clock, shot clock differential, but Duke's going to call a timeout. Coach K is going to drop a play. That's the user to lose a timeout anyway, so may as well. Yeah, we really got to get a bucket here. We really need a bucket because the offense looked good at the start. It was really that 9-0 run that the Hokies keyed in after the first media timeout that they managed to tie it, and ever since then it's kind of just been a back and forth game. Oh, it's the Nets versus Lakers is the big game. Interesting. Is that being played in LA? And will Kyrie Irving actually get to play that game? Seems to be the question. Yeah, this is so interestingly enough, this is going to be like I guess the strategy is like, okay, Kiva Luma can get his, but like somebody else on Virginia Tech is going to have to beat us because like even if Aluma goes off for like 35, it's probably not enough. Maybe. Assuming that Duke scores like 70 or 80. Assuming Duke gets like, yeah. All right, inbound play here. Bates Jones to Moore. And Moore is going to try to go and take this himself. Not quite. It ended up short. 18 seconds on the game clock, though. No shot clock here as Aluma's got it, and Virginia Tech's going to have an opportunity. Storm Murphy now 9 seconds on the game clock. Here in this first half, screen over back to Aluma. Good recovery there by Jones. And Hunter Couture is going to find the paint and can't quite connect. And good defense there. Good contest by Wendell to keep that one out of the hoop. Yeah, actually, part-time Irving. Kind of what Keon was saying. Not much emotion there from the Duke bench, or from the Duke coaching staff at least. Even Coach K and Shire kind of just walking off the court without showing much. Looks like maybe hopefully our guys aren't sleepwalking through this first half of the game. I don't know. It's been close. This is the well, Kentucky took care of business there at home against Western Kentucky, but okay, it's like Western Kentucky. It's not an SEC game, so okay, impressive, not really. Actually, I thought what was impressive was Sheeby's 26 rebounds, something I'd seen. The guy's a vacuum cleaner. It's crazy. And even since the first game we played again, yeah, okay, 28. Who puts up 28 rebounds? Like, that's insane. Most game in a UK player by a UK player since 1976. Like, I can't imagine. It's not just like Kentucky, but like that's got to be an NCAA like stat. That's insane. Out rebounded all of Western Kentucky. Yeah, well there you go. Like people like it's hard to score 28 points. How would you even come up with 28 rebounds is incredible. In any case, here we are, ladies and gentlemen, 36-32 after one here, Duke in the ACC opener. Make sure to jump into Discord, or make sure to rather hit the sub button and then jump into Discord if you need the game itself. We got it streaming there for the subs and your fellow Duke fans in our watch party there. So let's take what we've got here. Okay, so it was 9 team fouls for the Hokies and wipe that clean. How is he not a robot? I don't know, man. He's like the robot vacuum cleaner. 2-2, Bankero, yes. Theo John, 1. And Griffin actually has 1 too. So it was 6 fouls for the Blue Devils. That's there. That guy's, yeah, Shiwi's just. I mean, and you like that's the thing. You saw it from night one, like where he was just took us to town on the boards. I mean, we did not win the rebounding margin in that game, even though we won the game against Kentucky. We did not win the rebounding margin. He was a big part of it that kept them in the game. I mean, it was kind of close. I think it ended by like maybe 5 rebounds was the difference. But even against Gonzaga, we didn't win that rebounding margin. We're still able to win that game. Whew, getting late here. And just past, almost 10 o'clock here on the East Coast. Actually, this Tennessee-Arizona game turned into being pretty good. Ooh, Tennessee coming out with the W there at home. All right, but the stats, let's see. So it is Aluma with 17 points so far for the Hokies. Justin Mutz has 8. Aluma shooting 7 of 12 at the moment, 1 of 2 from three-point line. And we know how dangerous the Hokies are from 3. They're only 4 of 2, 3, 7, 10, 4 of 10. So. Yeah, I think Treby definitely does like work his way into the like if he's not already like a draft pick up there. And WinVal, yes, go Duke. We will catch you later, as I know it's super late where you are. Thank you for joining us. Thanks for tuning in. I would be surprised not to see like Sheeby up there, especially with that rebounding. And he also contributes offensively. It's not like he doesn't score it. Like he actually does score. So, all right, Virginia Tech with a higher volume of shots at the moment. Virginia Tech shooting 34 buckets, having made 15 of them. Duke only shooting 28, and so the 4-point advantage to the Hokies, as they are also shooting 40% from 3. Duke currently only 30% there, 3 of 10. Virginia 4 of 10, so one more shot. But both teams currently shooting around 45% from the floor. Free throw line, a bit of an issue for Duke, only 3 of 6. And that's not the greatest. But yeah, Duke currently being out rebounded. That's another interesting stat that we have to watch is the rebounding margin. Duke being out rebounded 20-16. And actually Virginia Tech getting it done on the offensive glass as well, 7-4. So managing to get, let's check the second chance points off of that as well. Yeah, 6 second chance points, actually 5 for Duke, so that's actually pretty easy. Bankero would fit well in Washington. There you go. Maybe trying to sneak in some Duke picks for your team. But Bankero would also fit in nicely with this Duke team, and we need a bit more from him in the second half. He only has 6 so far. Roach also has 6, and Keels has 5 at the moment. Griffin with 3. And actually, so only 5 Blue Devils have actually scored, which is a little concerning, even though we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We've had 9 Blue Devils play and get minutes so far, but yeah, the scoring really top heavy there with Moore, who's currently has 12. Let's see. Duke's got the steals. No, sorry. Duke's got the blocks 4-1, so at least we've got that. But points in the paint also going the way of Virginia Tech, just marginally, 16-14. And as are the foul situations. So, but nobody really is in foul trouble per se, and certainly not any of the Virginia Tech stars being in foul trouble. It's not like Aluma's got 3 fouls or anything. He's got 17 points, but just 1 foul. So the top players managing to keep themselves out of foul trouble, though Bankero has 2 and Mark Williams actually has 2. So if any team's got to watch the foul situation, it's actually Duke. Even though we've only fouled 6 times, the distribution of those fouls is not where we want them. I think Keon's right. I think we need just a general energy level boost. It looked really good right at the onset of the game, but then Virginia Tech came out with a counterpunch, and we never really picked up the intensity, or we never really matched that energy level since that second 4-minute segment between 16 and 12 minutes there in the first half. Nothing else really sticking out here, at least from the stats side. You know, we talked about the rebounding margin. You know, points. Virginia Tech 5 points on turnovers. That one, that lazy pass by Moore to Bankero was turned into a 2-point run out. Certainly doesn't help things. But that's probably just like, you know, the microcosm of how the game has gone, and kind of to Keon's point about Duke not really playing with as much alertness or energy as we'd like. But yeah, that's kind of where we're at. No other streams until next Wednesday's game against Clemson. And then I'd have to see what we have after that. What do we have after that? It's a Clemson game. And I think is there one on January 1st? There is. There's a game against Notre Dame on New Year's Day, 6 p.m. Huh. Gotta go pay a visit to Mike Bray and the Fighting Irish. And then there'll be a game again on Tuesday. That's at 9 p.m. That's against Georgia Tech, but that's back home. Yeah, so that works there. Attack the basket, get the pull in the post. You know, they haven't been able to really match our height, but they have brought opportune double teams when they haven't brought the double teams, we've seen it. We've seen people have been able to score one-on-one. Bankero's been able to do it. Roach has had some nice plays. But yeah, the double teams have been causing Duke some issues. All right, I think we should be almost out of halftime. I guess it's probably 3 or 4 minutes before we resume things. Once again, thanks to everybody for joining us here this evening. 3 days, I believe it is. Yeah, 3 days till Christmas there. So we got our nice little snowman and snowflakes on the top bar logo for this game. And let's flip this over to second half. There we go. Yeah, look, I mean, if we're gonna need contributions from the usual suspects, somebody else has got to help Wendell at the moment. It could be Roach, it could be Bankero or Roach, it could be Keels and Roach, doesn't really matter. We're going to need at least three Blue Devils in double figures. What is a little interesting is that Mark Williams hasn't scored. So if we do want to attack the basket and be aggressive, and I think the foul trouble has kind of stymied a bit of his aggression. He had 4 rebounds in the first 4 minutes of the game and still has 4 rebounds at halftime. So nothing going really since then. Actually, Banchero hasn't played could be better. He's got 3 turnovers so far on the evening. Although technically I think one of those turnovers was Moore's, but I guess it was charged to him. Yeah, the ESPN halftime basically saying what we were saying all throughout the first half. Looks like the game has just really slowed down. Virginia Tech trying to take the energy out of the game, trying to take the speed out of the games, certainly. And Duke just kind of letting them do it. There's very few possessions where we were out on the run and actually trying to push the tempo. Virginia Tech does not want this game to be played fast. We are technically on pace to go more points than what Virginia Tech allows on average, but still, Virginia Tech has so far um, managed to keep us at bay. The interesting one, and what really, we basically said, okay, if Aluma gets his, that's fine as long as nobody else on Virginia Tech gets theirs. Now, the other one who we would expect to be up there in the score sheet is Couture, who just came off a season high 26. He's only got 3 so far. It is a 3-point shot, but if he can get it going, that's going to be danger for Duke too. So let's keep an eye out on those things here for the second half. If Couture gets going on the Hokie side, and who's going to help Wendell Moore actually here on the Duke side of things. It would be very nice if we got at least a 3-pointer from Joey Baker, maybe a couple 2-point shots or 2-point putbacks from Theo John would be good, and yeah, and then I think it's going to have to be, as Chad was saying, Roach is an option here because Keels and Banchero are essentially being locked down. But Banchero's going to have to make it happen one way or the other. He can't end this game with like less than 10 points and like, yeah, Duke's going to win. Like, that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. Anyway, all I want for Christmas is a Duke win. Is that really so much to ask, Chad? Is that really so much to ask? All right, getting ready to go here in the second half. Should be getting ready to go, at least. These first 5 minutes are going to be key. We have to see how does Duke, or actually how does Virginia Tech come out of the locker room and who really asserts themselves here in this first segment of the second half. And that may set the pace for the remainder of the second half. Although Duke looked good in the first 4 minutes of the game, not so good over the last 16. So let's look good over the last 16 in this one, even if we don't look good in the first 4. Banchero gets indecisive at times. He thinks too much. Yeah, well, that could be a function of just being a freshman. Now, the other thing we have to realize is this is now ACC play. This is no more easy games. Every game in ACC play is difficult. Every team knows you. Every team knows your tendencies. You play them at least once a year, sometimes twice, sometimes 3 times a year. There are very few surprises, right? And no ACC team is ever intimidated by coming into Cameron. Non-conference teams intimidated all the time. They don't play in Cameron. They hardly ever play in Cameron. ACC teams all the time. They love coming to Cameron and making Duke lose. Like it's a thing, right? You love being able to win at Duke. So that's these games get very and they get very physical. Even though there's like only 9 fouls for Virginia Tech, we didn't actually even get into the double bonus. There's a lot of people banging down low, and we saw blocks that should have been charges, charges that should have been blocks. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen here. Let's see how much more that happens in the second half. But the freshmen, this is their first taste of real ACC action, especially up against more experienced players. So here we go. Virginia Tech also, the other thing to keep an eye on, makes an average of 9 3-pointers per game. They're only at 4, so they're slightly below their average. Duke is going to start with the ball here. And let's see what we get for the first play of this second half. As Roach gives it up to Banchero, being guarded by Aluma on the outside beyond the 3-point arc. He has to give it up, and now it's Moore being guarded by Couture. Moore gets stuck, and now this is Roach, and Roach with the left hand can't connect. Just rolls off the rim, and that's an unfortunate play, as I thought Roach had it there. And backdoor, easy backdoor cut by Couture, who just lays it in, and he's got 5. Oh, that is bad defense there by Duke. Oh my God, Banchero. What? Banchero puts it over Mark Williams. The dude has got a 7'9" wingspan. What? How do you put it too far? Also, you had to drop it and be like back third of the paint? Anywhere. Couture and Murphy's going to get the lay-in here. This is going to be an early timeout for Duke. Sorry, Mutz. As Virginia Tech's now opened an 8-point advantage. Coach K not actually going to call a timeout, but Hokies on a 4-0 run. Let's see. Keels diving in there. Keels is going to get that one back. All right, 7 points for Keels as he goes off the dribble. Duke's got to clamp down defensively. Yeah, playing like we got our booster shots in sloth mode. I feel you, man. And great deflection there. And it's Couture. But Keels gets his pocket picked, and Virginia Tech manages to recover it. God, that was lame. Banchero guarding slightly beyond the 3-point line. And this is Aluma trying to get it in, and Aluma's going to cut over. That was just too easy. What? Mark Williams fell for it. Aluma gave it up, and they didn't communicate defensively. I don't know if they were supposed to switch that. If Williams thought Moore was going to come over. No, nothing. Bad communication on defense puts Duke in an 8-point hole. Banchero driving on Aluma. Banchero again. He's going to have to go in with a left, and does, and he just beats the shot clock. Wow, what a move by Banchero. Duke's going to have... I want to see a floor slap, by the way. We're going to need it tonight. And this is going to be... Is this going to be a backcourt violation? Actually, it's just going to roll out of bounds. It's actually going to go to Duke's way. And Duke's going to get it on the baseline because of where that went out of bounds. Hunter Couture almost doesn't make that dunk, by the way. Yeah, what is Williams doing with Moore? That was bad communication. Anyway. All right. Can we get this inbounded? It is Griffin, Roach, Banchero, Moore, Keels. Are your 5 Blue Devils on the floor at the moment? Banchero going one-on-one against Aluma. Banchero banging down low. Banchero forcing it up. No good. Gets his own rebound, and he's in the right spot. And he's into double figures as Duke cuts the lead in half. Well, from 8, and now we're down to 4. Crowd now starting to get into it finally. Some life here in Cameron. Storm Murphy passes this one inside. Back out to Storm. 11 on the shot clock. Screen by Aluma. Left open. Storm with a wild shot. That's not going to go. Hey, it should be a foul on Aluma, by the way. It should be a foul on Aluma. He's literally riding Trevor Keels' back. Come on. Duke with an opportunity here to cut the lead down to 2 or 1. This 4-out-1 in ball screen over and over. Keon. Oh, man. I think we're just trying to simplify the game just a little bit at the moment. It is basically a clear out, though, on that right side. Are they going to call a charge? Mother. Coach K saying that's a flop. Let's. Oh, my Lord. The dude can't stay upright. Come on, man. He's off balance. He's like falling over backwards. Of course he's going to fall over once Moore puts his arm into him. Well, our attempt at tying or actually cutting the lead down is going to have to wait. So we're going to have to play some defense here. Hopefully get a nice, easy steal. I think tonight, though, our defense is going to have to bail out our offense. Because the offense really hasn't been clicking on all cylinders. Although what's funny is that in my pregame notes, I literally wrote a section that where it's like, whoa, Duke offense clicking at the right time. Not tonight. Duke should be, stats-wise, leading the ACC in field goal percentage at 49% so far tonight. Let's compare to where we are in that stat. Currently at 48. So we're actually shooting. Our shooting percentage isn't awful. Virginia Tech is also shooting 47%. This is actually pretty even amongst both teams. Scoring margin plus 21. We're not there yet. Scoring offense, 86 points per game. We are not on pace for that, I don't think. No, we're definitely not on pace for that. We'd have to be over 80. We have to be like in the 50s at the moment, and we are way off from that. And yeah, fewest turnovers, only averaging 9 turnovers per game. That actually isn't awful. Actually, no, that is awful. Never mind. I take it back. We're at 7. So that's been an issue. And the assists, actually, 9th in assists with 18.5. Currently at 7. So we have a 1-to-1 assist to turnover ratio, which is pretty dreadful at the moment. And I think that piece is killing us. Clayton is a toothpick. Yeah, well, it was actually Couture that flopped, I think. It should be 0 on Virginia Tech. But anyway. Yeah, it really is too many turnovers, not enough assists, or not enough sharing of the ball. Because as Chad was pointing out, we're really like the last 2 or 3 plays, the ones that Bencaro has made, it's just basically go right side, clear it out, let them go 1-to-1, and we've been making it. So they did it twice with Bencaro, tried it once there with Moore. Moore didn't quite make out with the 2 points on the possession like Bencaro did. As we're back in Cameron here. And Virginia Tech to inbound here. Duke going to extend full court pressure, I think, or they're going to back out of it. No, they are going to go full court here as Roach on Storm Murphy, but Virginia Tech does get it over the timeline. Roach, Bencaro, Keels, Griffin, and Moore, your 5 Blue Devils on the floor, as Couture thought about 3, but has to give it up. And it's Aluma working on Griffin. 8 seconds on the shot clock here. And Aluma's heave is going to go up and around, and that doesn't quite go. Finally, Aluma misses a bucket as Bencaro Bodies in here. Griffin out to Banchero. Banchero's going to go for 3. That shot is good. Yes! I didn't think that shot had a prayer, by the way. I thought it was way short when he let it go. Oh, what a cheap foul. What? The ref is literally on the other side of the court. First foul on Roach. What a lame foul. Jeez. All right. Well, resume it, I suppose. It's like barely a hand check. Great play, by the way, by Griffin. Great awareness to kick the ball back outside. We have another foul? Keel's going to get called for another foul? Jesus. All right, so far Banchero has gotten himself into rhythm here. 7 points, 3 of 4. We said more needed some help. So far he's getting it from Banchero. It's going to be a 5-man help on a 5-man game on the defensive end, however, as everybody's got to lock in, and Couture's going to go long. Weak side rebound down to Keels. Opportunity here for Duke to push if they want it, but they don't. Actually, Roach is going to go in, yes, and he's going to get a foul on Mutz. Actually, good little hesitation move there by Roach. Actually, fooled me. I thought he was going to stop it, but then he just took off again. Again, folks, if you need the game, we've got it streaming for our subs in the Discord watch party. Join your fellow Blue Devil fans there, and then join us for the conversation here on the YouTube side of things. As Keels receives the inbound from Moore, Duke resets with about 24 seconds on the shot clock. 1-on-1 there. Oh, a beautiful look from Banchero to Keels. Oh, Banchero fakes the shot and rifles a pass into Keels. That is beautiful Duke basketball, and we're right back in at Duke by 1. What? That is a highlight play. Wow. I thought there was so much zip on that pass, and Virginia Tech comes up empty on that 3. Duke with an opportunity here. Windmill. Go to the rim, Wendell. Yes! Yes! Woo! What does Virginia Tech have now? They're a little rattled here as the crowd has gotten into this. Riding in. Great block by Griffin! And he picks this up. Oh, Moore, look out! Moore didn't know it was coming to him. As Roach is going to go. Oh, they're partying. Oh, he missed! I gotta check if the headset still works. Roach, the lane was so open he couldn't believe it. Oh my goodness. Moore, oh, beautiful feed inside, and it's another assist as Griffin slams it home. There we go. Timeout, Virginia Tech. Has to be. All right. We made up for it, although we should be up by more because finally Duke getting itself the offense back into clicking here. This last 4 minutes looked very, very good. Actually, the last 3, like 2.5, looked really, really good. As Duke finally found something on offense, speeding up the tempo, playing a faster game, and Virginia Tech can't keep up. They're taking rushed shots on the offensive side, and Swaby saying and doing far better in the second half. What? Totally agreed. Defensively, Duke locked down. We actually saw Virginia Tech lock down defensively at the right at there on that 16-minute mark of the first half, which is kind of when things really slowed down and started going south for us. And then, yeah, the rest of the first half wasn't really much to write home about. But Duke locking in defensively here in this little segment here of the game. And that defense is turning into offense. Virginia Tech rattled at the moment. The back door has been open all night and just starting to do it. Yeah, the passes have been finally connecting. You actually saw Banchero try to make a pass to Williams that was too long. right before we went on this little run. So kind of to your point, Keon, we've been looking for that play, but haven't quite been able to just. It's been slightly off, right? And now we're finally connecting on it, and we're seeing it play out. But yeah, that Roach play, I just don't. Oh my God. So they need to stop relying on strength. That is usually how we pick up offensive fouls. We need to rely on positional play and look for openings. Yeah, just a lot more movement. A slightly different strategy here, where we saw the start of the second half was a lot more isolation ball. These last couple plays have been a lot all assists. All assists on these last few made buckets here. Banchero with the assists, Moore with the assists, as we're finally starting to pick up that stat. But yeah, this little spurt of offense looked really, really good. And I think they're just going to combine this to be the media timeout. Maybe not. Maybe they'll probably be greedy and take like another media timeout after 12 minutes. Let's see how the little stats have changed here. Yeah, Duke now with 10 assists. The rebounding margin is the other one. Now even, actually. We're no longer being out-rebounded, but Virginia Tech, so far, their three-point percentage down at 26%. Remember, we said the three-point line was a significant strength for Virginia Tech. They're shooting about 40+% from the three-point line and averaging 9 a game. They have not been connecting so far tonight. We've dodged a couple bullets, but we've also managed to defend decently well on this one. Actually, both teams have been outsmarting themselves with backdoor cuts. Tech has had its fair share of backdoor cuts too, chat, by the way, that have just looked like really bad Duke defense. And you just like roll your eyes at like, what was that? Tech now inbounding, and let's see if we pick this up full court. Maybe about 3/4 here as Keels there on. Who is that? Oh, Padula. Sorry. It's not the normal point guard in right now for Tech. And great hands there by Banchero. You can see the energy level has definitely picked up here a little bit. We probably wouldn't have gone for that deflection there in the first half by Banchero with the good hands. Denies Aluma, who has actually only has 2 points so far in this second half. So we're locking down on here. And Tech, is this going to be a 5-second call? Pretty close. Oh my God, that is a terrible call. That is objectively a terrible call. That is objectively a terrible call. That's like a flop without actually hitting the floor. I've never seen it so sold. What? This ref will buy anything. It's literally like you're at like the state fair. Oh my God. Couture comes off the screen again. It's the second time he's come off the screen and just drilled a 3 in our faces. Oh my gosh. Baker now into the game here for the Blue Devils. And just being tough. Yes, and one for Joey Baker. I don't know. So, Swabby, there's an example of Duke just showing strength there. Damn. And actually coming from someone who we might not have thought would, like, just imposing his will down low. Not one of our big men, but one of our guards. He's taking it to the Hokies right there on that one. And Joey for the old-fashioned three-point play. Yes, there's 3 points, so good contribution from Baker. If we get another 3 from him, I think we'll be 3 or 4 points from him. We'll be happy with that for the evening. And Padula going in, and that's a handoff to Aluma, and that's too easy. Duke getting confused again on the defensive end. Keels to Moore. See, The way that they're calling fouls, that should have been a foul on Aluma, and it's not being called the same both ways. Really tough shot by Griffin. Oh, beauty. Wow, the analytics is not going to give you that one, chat, but damn. Whew. Camera crazy section on their feet calling for a stop here. This will be a good one if we can get a deflection. Some good Duke defense. It's going to be big deflection and a run out. Wendell Moore hits the deck, and there is the steal by Baker. Yes. And Couture is going to get called for a foul that kills the opportunity for the run out. All right. They're going to go to break. Oh, God. They're going to go to break. All right, they're going to go to break. Fair enough. 52-47. Duke playing significantly better, seemingly has found the offensive rhythm so far here this afternoon, or this evening, rather. Make sure to jump into Discord if you need the game itself. You can join the fellow subscribers in the watch party going on there. And we'll be back again next Wednesday for the game against Clemson. So make sure to hit that sub button and come back and join us as we go, as we'll probably basically be live for the majority of the ACC season and then into the tournament. Desperate need of that defensive spark. Yeah, I think we said when we were at halftime that we need the Duke defense to really spark something offensively for us, and so far that has worked. Unfortunate there that it was essentially a foul that killed the play, because I think Baker wanted to take that and just run with it, but unfortunately wasn't able to. But yeah, some nice contribution there in that little stint by Joey Baker. He's got 3. We'll see if he comes. I don't know if Coach K is going to make any subs while we're at break here. AJ Griffin also with a really tough turnaround jump shot right in the paint there. He's got 7 so far tonight. Banchero's got 13, and Wendell Moore with 14, who has only scored 2 points here in the second half, but really carried the Duke Blue Devils in the first. If it wasn't for him, we would be in a really desperate spot, actually. So, Wendell's doing some work, and I'll get rid of that. And remove. There's one recruit in the past year that we missed out on. Who was it? Shabazz Muhammad. That's an interesting one. Hold on. There was one. Oh, isn't there a Gonzaga player last year? Oh God. Who was the Gonzaga player last year that I think he was a one and done, actually. I can't even think of his name, but he was deciding between Duke and Gonzaga. He ended up going Gonzaga. And Eric Anderson, thank you very much for the sub on the YouTube channel. Much appreciated, everybody. Appreciate everybody who's hanging out here with us tonight on this Wednesday before Christmas. Happy holidays to everybody and those that are celebrating here this weekend. Hopefully everybody is safe with family. But yeah, it was a Gonzaga player who was deciding between Gonzaga and Duke. It was last year, and I can't freaking remember what his name is. All right. Resuming. Jalen, thank you. Jalen Suggs. There you go. That was it. Because it was like we could have had Jalen Suggs and we got Jalen. We got the wrong Jalen. We got the wrong Jalen, y'all. that was the tilting part of that. Banchero's going to go up for 2. That's a really tough shot. But Wendell Moore, what a tough rebound. Beautiful. And Moore goes up with it, and he's going to get fouled. He'll be at the free throw line. Thank you, chat. Bailing me out on that one. Yes, Jalen Suggs. Would have been a way better than Jalen Johnson, who basically quit on the team halfway through the season, which was really unfortunate. But yeah, that last season was a bit of a mess. Anyway. We're not going to think about that. Wendell Moore at the free throw line, shooting 2. And he's got the first. even though they basically blew it to Baylor in the championship. But still, anyway, it happens. And Moore's got that one, so 16 points there. Moore in the weight room. Moore has just been every year. This is a beautiful thing about, like, it doesn't happen as often anymore, obviously, because you have all these one and dones. But like, he's been at Duke for 3 years and he's gotten better every single year. And now he's basically leading the team. It's like a Grayson Allen type kind of thing, right? Grayson just got better and better and better. And his contributions just kept going up and up and up. And this is Padula trying to make a pass inside. That is actually called out of bounds on Duke. Virginia Tech will have 4 seconds here to make a play, as the Duke defense is just giving the Hokies absolutely nothing. Putting a little stranglehold on the turkeys there. Is a Hokie technically a turkey? That I do not know. We're going to look that up at the next timeout. Like, what bird family? I assume it's whatever family the turkey is from. But we'll check that. And it's another backdoor cut as Baker completely loses Hunter Couture. And it's an easy 2. And Josh Bell saying Moore should be a top draft. I think Duke's kind of loaded on draft picks, right? Between Banchero, Moore, possibly Keels. Yeah, I mean, we'll get to one of the stats there on Moore here at the break. And Griffin is... Oh, Griffin! What a beautiful play high off glass! Yes! Beautiful play. Grayson had a young team his second year. Wouldn't have passed the ball either, yeah. So the interesting thing about Moore, kind of what Chad is saying, he should be a top pick. Moore is the only power conference player and averaging 16 plus points, 5 plus rebounds, and 5 assists, and also shooting better than 50% from the field. And there's only 2 people doing that in the country. Moore is one of them. Like, if he isn't, I also saw something how he isn't being considered for like National Player of the Year. Like, he should at least be on the list. Like, I don't know if it doesn't win it or not, but insulting to not be on the list of the way that he's playing. It's a beautiful steal by Duke here as the defense comes up with another turnover. And now he's diving in. Oh, and that goes 2! That was a bit of a prayer, let's be honest. But you know what? When the ball's rolling your way, just put it up there, big man. And Duke's got a 10-point lead here. Couture hands this one off. Aluma going to try to make something happen. Height mismatch here. And no, almost another deflection. Yes, another deflection there by Duke. 4 seconds on the shot clock. Oh, and right into the hands of Roach. The interception. And Moore is going to take his host to coast. That should be an and one. No. Give it to him. Give it to him. Oh, that is 100%. That is college continuation. That's like not even like, what? Are you kidding? He was totally going up with it. That is one of the hardest shots that Moore has had to make, like, in a long time, by the way. That is crazy. Moore with 18 points so far tonight. And we have a stoppage of play here. Yeah, so let's get back to the little piece there on Moore, because as we were saying, or as Chat was pointing out, actually, that Moore should be considered for, like, a top NBA draft pick. We were saying he's averaging 16 plus points, 5 plus rebounds, and 5 plus assists. All right, he's got 18 points tonight. Check that one off. He's got 3 rebounds. He can get 2 more. I'm not concerned. He's got 4 assists so far. He'll get that. And shooting, what is it? Over 500 from the field. So over 50% from the field. His shooting percentage right now is 75%. He's 6 of 8 from the floor. He's perfect from 2, and he's hit all of his free throws. I mean, you can't ask for much more. This guy's just doing it all. He's fantastic. He's fantastic. And Chad also saying, like, Griffin getting better each game, can see him sneaking in the lineup. I actually don't think he's doing any sneaking, by the way, Keon. This is like, there's no sneaking here. It's televised. Like, Griffin is getting minutes. And it's, like, not even a secret. As we resume play here, we'll get back to that. Let's put a bookmark in that as Banchero almost gets stripped. Duke's going to have 20 seconds to make a play here. As Moore at the top of the key is going to set up a play. Is he calling for Griffin? No, two bigs. A possible horn set at the top. Here is Banchero's going to go left with this. And Banchero up and under. Oh, beautiful little move by Banchero there. Tough shot, but he makes it happen. And Moore, I'm missing a point. I'm missing a point somewhere. 61? Should be 61, I think. Aluma up and under. That shot's no good. Skying in there is Virginia Tech, but they can't corral the rebound. And now Griffin is out in transition. Oh, Griffin, beautiful pass. Oh, yes, pick and pop to Roach. Can't hit the shot. This was almost reminded me. But Griffin is going to get it back. Oh, Keel's on the ground. Keel's going to call timeout. Held ball. Possession's going to give it to Virginia Tech. Oh, come on. How is this a held? Wait a second. Keels clearly has possession of this. What? 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 If anything, that's a foul. Where's the Virginia Tech player didn't have the ball at all. Are you kidding? Holy cow. That is nuts. All right, anyway, what are we going to do? We're trying to find where my points are. 9, 6, 15, 3, 9. Oh, 10. Griffin's got 10. Griffin's got 10, that's why. There's no way that this is actually a possession error as Virginia Tech. Ah, man. Well, possession going to go to Duke on the next one. Oh, great defense by Griffin. Nice. So Keon, back to your point that Griffin is not doing any sneaking. So those three going into this little 3-game span between Ohio State and the start of ACC play, right? We had South Carolina State, we had App State, and then we had the game against Elon. Like, if you've been watching and following along with the channel, we've all sort of been tracking the development of AJ Griffin, and we all kind of said, well, AJ Griffin's going to need to get, hopefully AJ Griffin gets a lot of minutes. He gets a lot of minutes during this little 3-game span and can really kind of show off what he has to offer. We saw the glimpse of what AJ Griffin could be during the Lafayette game, where he just went off for 18 points, right? So we all knew he had the potential. Now he just needed the opportunity to prove it. And he had a fantastic 3-game stint there. He was averaging almost 12 points, no turnovers, 7 assists. I mean, he was like, it went 19 points against SC State, 14 against App State, and then 11, I think it was, against Elon, if memory serves correctly. And so, and now he's got 10 tonight. So he's following up those performances with another really big performance here against ACC play, or in ACC play. He's got 3 rebounds, an assist, a block. He's made very difficult shots, and yeah, I mean, he's definitely earned his minutes. And we've seen him be more involved in the lineup. He's played 18 minutes tonight. He's actually played more minutes than Mark Williams right now. And that's not something we would have said or seen probably prior to this little break we had. So I think it has been the coaching staff's idea to get him more involved, or find ways to get him more involved. But Duke certainly playing a little bit smaller and trying to play faster. Our 5 on the floor right now: Moore, Keels, Roach, Banchero, and Griffin. Usually, so we're not playing Theo John, we're not playing Williams, and yeah, Theo John's only had 8 minutes. Williams has had 12, but really it's been the 4 starters: Moore, Keels, Roach, Banchero, 26 points and above, and then Griffin has played 18 as sort of the play. He's really now the 6th man. He really is the 6th man go-to option off the bench. So there you go. Yep. And should be back right after this commercial, I think. Yep, there we are. As Duke has now opened a 12-point lead here. The foul situation I gotta fix. And let's see what we have here. It's Banchero, ISO there on the right wing. And he's just going to go and take it himself. Doesn't go. Gets his own rebound and finishes. Nicely done by Banchero. He's got 17 so far tonight. Whoops, not 7, 17. All right, Duke has actually managed to turn it on here. This second half looks way better. This looks like the Duke team that we've been used to most of the season. Griffin's going to get called for the foul. Griffin got beat there, and he made a bad situation slightly worse by fouling. But I don't mind the effort, actually. Mutz with 3. The 3 does go for Mutz, so he's got 13. Mutz actually turns out he's got 4 fouls, actually, so he's playing with 4. Okay. Now we got that. Roach trying to feed Banchero on the wing again and just clear out, and Banchero's going to put it up, and he's going to get fouled. Oh, it's going to be a foul on the floor? Well, that should be a 1-and-1. Okay. Yeah. That's actually, well, that's the 4th on Mutz. As Banchero is going to be at the free throw line for. He gets that one. That's the front end of the 1-and-1. Now he's got 18 to match Wendell. So both Blue Devil stars at 18 at the moment. And he gets the second. Nicely done by Banchero there at the free throw line. 7 minutes to go here. We're gonna go till the 4 minutes actually. And Griffin beat defensively again, actually. So that's 2 possessions in a row. Well, that's one area that we know Griffin is going to have to work on is his moving his feet there defensively, because he's just been essentially Mutz has drawn 2 fouls on him and just taking him off the dribble, which is unfortunate. Keel's been quiet. Keel's been a little quiet. He's got 9. It's a quiet 9. But it has certainly helped. I'll take the 9 points. Mutz gets the first. And Bates Jones going to come in. As, Griffin goes to the bench here. Yeah, it's Luma's got 2 as well. Yeah, I think Griffin's going to get a bit of a talking to from the coaches on defense and moving your feet. Although he's been playing hard, so he might just be tired. 15 points so far for Mutz, who's actually been playing sidekick here to Aluma, who has 21. So Mutz and Aluma, 21-15, and then Hunter Couture with 10. However, Mutz has 4 fouls, so I would just go at him if he's been taken out of the game, so he's not in the game at the moment. Roach going into the paint, and what? What offensive foul? I don't know, man. I'm not seeing it. Storm Murphy gets 2 quick ones and the lead down to 9 now as Duke basically putting this into slow mode, as we're basically just trying to take the air out of the ball here for the next 6 minutes, while the risk is that we kind of lose our edge. Oh, beautiful move by Wendell, who should get this one. Oh, he misses it. He should have just dunked that. He had the beautiful spin move and had the entire thing clear all the way to the bucket, but he just misses the layup. 2 missed layups so far for Duke. Good defense here by Roach. Aluma. And Padula back to Aluma, and Aluma's got 2. Careful, Virginia Tech on a run here. 7 is the lead. Timeout, yeah. Coach K's going to call time. Yep. 7-point margin as Duke calls timeout. Leaves us with 1. Virginia Tech has 2 actually remaining. Yeah, 4. That's like 4 calls they gave for no reason. I don't get that at all, but okay. So Duke, we had as big a lead as 13 points was the biggest lead. It's now down to 7. 5:22 to go. Hokies on a 6-0 run. Let's see what we come out here. What play we have drawn up out of the timeout. We've been doing a lot of isolation on the right wing, whether it's Bancaro or Moore. And the game seems to have slowed down again, which not really what we want. Aluma with 23 points tonight. Coming into Cameron. The stars always shine. All right, Bancaro to Moore. So we have Griffin back in the game, actually, at the moment. Bancaro, Griffin, Moore, Keels, and Roach. And Virginia Tech, a little bit of a zone at the moment. Bancaro diving in. Oh, my goodness. What a tough shot. Bancaro's got 21. Nothing for Bancaro has been easy tonight, and he's been making all these shots. Incredible. Oh, my goodness. Padula doesn't quite come up with that one. Could have been a foul, not called, as Keels gets it stripped from behind. Get the ball inside an attack. That's exactly what Bancaro has been told to do. That's what he did there, going right into 2 Hokies. Puts it up. Man, what difficult. Watch it. See on that replay, it keeps his eyes on the rim the whole way. Keeps his eyes on the bucket the whole way. Griffin, handoff back to Moore. Screen by Bancaro, back to Griffin, back to Bancaro. 20 seconds to go. And Bancaro's going to go for 3. That's a long shot, and Coach K not happy about that as he takes a seat. Virginia Tech has gotten clear runouts into the lane these last couple possessions. Last time they just couldn't connect. And here's Aluma. It's all one-on-one. Good defense by Bancaro. Great defense by Bancaro. But Mutz comes down. Padula over to Aluma, and the pass is too hot to handle, and it's a turnover by Virginia Tech. Coach K tells Roach to just slow this thing down, calls out a play. And, yeah, we're just going to dribble the air out of the ball at the moment. Keels comes around in attack mode, tries to feed Moore, and that goes off the foot of Storm Murphy or Hunter Couture, actually. Either way, Duke's going to start with the ball here. 11 seconds on the shot clock, 3:52 to go. And one more timeout, and then we're going to take it the distance here. Shouldn't have eaten that popcorn before the... Wait, was Keels actually eating popcorn before the game? Oh, I give you unless it was like protein powered popcorn, that's not very good nutritional value. And can't imagine it'd sit well with you. But yeah, he's got 9. Paolo Bancaro with 21 points so far. I want to say it was 15 of his 21. Oh, his hands were slippery. I want to say 15 of Bancaro's 21 points here coming in this second half. quick check on the stats for folks just listening in here to the broadcast. Banchero with 7 rebounds. Nobody really in double-double territory, is more with the 18 points, only has 3 rebounds and 4 assists. Banchero does have about 4 turnovers, but actually Roach tonight, interesting stat line for Roach with 3 steals. He's got only 6 points, but he has the 3 steals, which is very, very nice. Joey Baker also contributing 3 points of his own, coming off the bench. More or less what we'd expect. And AJ Griffin being the other contributor, the third Blue Devil in double figures. He's got 10 on 4 of 6 shooting and perfect from the free throw line. Also 3 rebounds. And Griffin does have 3 fouls. I think I am correct in the foul situation. Both teams in the bonus at the moment. Should be 2 fouls for Moore, 1 for Keels. Hold on. Roach and Banchero each have 2. Theo John has 1. He's only played sparing minutes tonight as Duke has really opted for a smaller, faster lineup. And so far that has really worked in the second half to our advantage. The concerning thing for me is that like Mutz over there on Virginia Tech, 15 points, 9 rebounds, 4 fouls, and he's been playing for four fouls for the better part of 3 or 4 minutes, and we have just not fouled him out. We are just notoriously terrible at fouling people out of games. Like, I don't know if like what it is. Like, do we feel bad for them? Do we like, not want to foul somebody out of a game? Like, I do think Avalos is sort of has an interesting point. It's kind of like a Justice Keels being a Justice Winslow. Keels was really, really good at the start of the season, and kind of as AJ Griffin has gotten better, Keels has kind of tapered off, and there's a beautiful 3-point shot by Griffin right on cue. Beautiful. Hitting from range. Yeah, Gonzaga, there were 2 players with 4 fouls. We're like, all right, keep playing. Like, what? And this is going to be the 4th foul on AJ Griffin. Griffin has so much versatility. But yeah, I sort of agree with Chad. As Griffin has gotten better, Keels has kind of tapered off. But it's not because he's played less minutes. But I do wonder if he's just had the ball less because Griffin has had the ball more. And so it's been harder for Keels to play without the ball or the ball not in his hand. Could be. But it's a theory. As Mutz at the free throw line, still with 4 fouls, just putting in more points for Virginia Tech. I mean, we really just got to put, as Mutz misses that one and Wendell Moore gets the rebound. We got to put Mutz in a situation to make a decision. Either pick up a 5th foul rather, or let our guy go to the bucket. Right now, it's AJ Griffin that is matched up against Mutz. Get the ball to Griffin and let him make a play. And we won't, as Keels is going to go for 3. That shot is way off, and it's just a gift to Virginia Tech, but the ball rolls back to Duke. And Banchero's going to go one-on-one, and oh my, finger roll off the rim. Wow, we've left like 6 points right at the rim tonight. Oh, it could be, yeah, because of his defense. Yeah, I mean, Keels and Keels for defense, sure. And he's active in the passing lanes. Was 3 steals, averaging 2 steals a game. All right, 2:30 to go. Duke by 9. We're in a decent position here, folks. And that is just a throwaway. Oh, man. That is a terrible. That play reminds me of the one where Wendell tried to pass it to Moore, and I call it it wasn't really a pass. It was like a very lazy, just like, here's the ball, Virginia Tech. Good defense here by Griffin, making life very difficult for Mutz, but Mutz continues to score. God, 7-point affair here. 2 minutes to go. Keel's struggling with his shot right now. Griffin, and Griffin hitting on all levels. Well, what's nice is that even though one freshman is struggling, the other one has picked up the slack. So I just don't agree on that last possession, on that last play where Roach gave the ball up and it went to Keels over in the corner for a 3. No. You gotta give it. Griffin is hot right now. Banchero's hot right now too, but like that's a Banchero thing. He's always going to be in that position. But like Griffin is hot right now. Put the ball in his hand. Let him go 1-on-1 against Mutz, and like if it doesn't make it, he doesn't make it. But at least Mutz, he puts him in a position to foul. Yeah, man, Griffin's a big dude. But Virginia Tech way under the its average for 3-point shots. Virginia Tech only hitting 5 of 16 at the moment. They average 9. So if they had actually made their average, they'd be winning the game at the moment. That's another 4 buckets. They'd be at 75. Moore diving into the ACC. Oh, beautiful little give up pass. Oh, but Banchero. Oh, okay. They're going to call that a foul. Was a little lucky, actually, I thought. The paint has opened up for us at times tonight. Our players have been able to get some space. And you saw that kind of play turn into easy buckets and easy assists earlier in the first half. Not quite there, but Banchero does make the first. Yeah, great dump off here to Banchero. Yeah, that was a foul. That is a correct call. And Banchero makes the second. So he's got both of them at the free throw line. Very nice. 9-point margin here for Duke. 1:46 to go. Virginia Tech running out of time, running out of possessions. At risk of going 0-2 here in the ACC. Duke looking for its first ACC victory. It's Keels and Mutz, and that's a reach-in foul. Yep, that's really easy to call. Oh, I'm not even going to argue that one, actually, because that was very obvious. And the ref on the side of the Virginia Tech bench had a clear look at it. I believe this is a 1-1. Yeah, it is. And Mutz, who has now scored 5 points since getting his 4th foul, still in the game. Who we seemingly ignore when he's playing defense. I just don't get it. I just don't get it. And he gets both. He's got 20 to go along with Aluma, who's got 25. And then Hunter Couture with 10. Storm Murphy with 8 and Darius Maddox with 2. Only 5 Virginia Tech Hokies have scored. 6 Blue Devils have scored tonight, so not much better in the points distribution. Keels and Virginia Tech really extending the defense. Going to be a half-court trap there, and Keels picks up his dribble, and the double team comes in, and that is the final timeout. The final timeout for Duke. Let's see, 17 seconds on the shot clock. We can basically burn this thing down to a minute. It is a 3-possession game. And so if we do the math, with a minute to go, assuming that Virginia Tech scored instantly, it's basically right on. Basically, Duke needs a bucket, and then we could ice the game. Duke needs a bucket, and then we can ice the game. The Hokie bird evolved from a turkey. I don't actually think it's a real bird. Nice. Apparently, Virginia Tech teams were once called gobblers. Huh. That's interesting. I was trying to see if a Hokie was a real bird. Apparently not. Is a Hokie a real bird? So far, the internet says no. Or it's just another name for a turkey. All right. But yeah, stupid timeout too. I agree. We just dribbled ourselves into a problem. And Virginia Tech going to steal it. That is not what we wanted to happen. As Couture is just going to go in for 2. Oh, no, they're not going to call a foul there. They're going to look to review it, actually. Who is this ball actually off of? It looked like Couture got fouled. Can they actually review this and call a foul? Like a common foul? I don't know. Oh, that's such a weak little... Technically, that's out on Couture, right? Does Moore actually get a hand on this ball? I don't know if you can create a foul. Yeah, this is Hokie ball. I don't know. Whatever. Minute 6, Hokies are going to have to inbound from the baseline here. 7-point margin. Duke needs at least one more bucket. Or a stop. If we stop them on this possession, it's basically game. All right. Everybody 3, 2. No, Virginia Tech does get this in. Aluma's going to go for 3, and that's going to miss, thankfully. That's a dodged. Duke absolutely dodged a bullet there as Aluma was wide open. And Keels and Murphy wind up in the scorer's table. As this should be a 1-1. Actually, this isn't horrible for Virginia Tech. Because if Keels misses this, it's effectively a turnover. And he does not. He gets that one. So that's 10 for Keels, the 4th Blue Devil into double figures. Nicely done, being able to step up to the free throw line and knock it down. And he's got the second. Nicely done. Good free throw shooting here down the stretch for Duke. As we've ticked under a minute to go. And I think that might put it away as Duke by 9. Let's see what Virginia Tech comes up with. And here's Storm Murphy. That 3 is no good. So the 3-point shot. Virginia Tech live and die by the 3. Not quite working out for Virginia Tech tonight. Duke's got to get this over the timeline, however. And we can't. That is a backcourt 10-second violation. Oh, my God. Well, we didn't have a timeout to call, so. Oh, that is gross. So subscribe on YouTube is pretty easy. You just hit the button to sub, and then you can join Discord and watch the games there with your fellow Blue Devil fans and channel subs. And there is the steal by Keels. He's going to take this the other way, and that is the icing on the cake. Merry Christmas, Blue Devils, because that is putting the bow on this one, and that is going to do it. There, that is going to absolutely do it. And who's in chat that was like, Keels is in there for his defense? Bingo. Good call. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Super good. But then if you want to watch the game in the watch party, that's in Discord. So you just the link is in the description of the channel for that. All right, Duke actually played a good second half. We played one half of basketball. Let's be real. The first half is like, I think to be honest, we played 24 minutes of ball. The first 4 minutes of the game, the second half, because the first half was atrocious. 20 seconds here. Virginia Tech's going to try anything, something. Maddox for three. That can't go either. Virginia Tech way off its average, and that, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be a wrap. Nice. All right, we got it now. Whew, that was tough. Yeah, the win doesn't feel too sweet, honestly. I mean, every win against an ACC opponent is going to be difficult. They all count the same in the end, so it's 1-0 ACC for Duke. And Chandler very happy that Duke covered the spread. The spread was 9. I think the spread was 9. So yeah, that final possession there with Keels puts the bettors out there into the winnings if you said Duke was going to cover. Yeah. Yeah, Keels needing to run the floor and be monster on defense, and actually I think that means to open up his offense. But yes, more steals and blocks to get in transition, and that's actually what keyed off this Duke run. Remember, Duke was trailing in this game by as many as 8 points here in this second half, and then Duke really locked it down defensively, was able to get some easy runouts. The defense connected really well, and so it was able to make it happen, and that kind of snowballed there, and we kind of flipped the game on Virginia Tech. But yeah, Avalos chat's got it right, as they usually do. So nicely done, everybody there, because it's right. So the Duke defense making it happen here in the second half. I do want to see where Virginia Tech ended up shooting percentage wise. They're actually down at 42.6%. Duke's shooting percentage finishes the game at 53.7, better than 50% from the floor, which is tremendous. And it was Virginia Tech's three-point percentage down at 26% that really kind of sealed the deal there for Virginia Tech. They really rely on that three-point shot, and it just wasn't falling for them. Some of that has to do with us. Some of these shots looked open, and they just missed them, especially that one by there at the end by Aluma, who was wide open in the right wing and just couldn't connect. So in any case, it winds up working out here for Duke, which was nice. 6 blocks for the Blue Devils, 11 turnovers, 10 for Virginia Tech. Although Duke scoring more points off those turnovers, 17 points to 13, really keyed off there in the second half. And yeah, so if we just look at the points here. Let's start with Paolo Banchero. He's going to finish with 23 points on the evening. And what else notable there? 23 points, 8 rebounds is going to be his stat line, 3 assists. Wendell Moore is going to finish with 18 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists. Keels and Griffin are going to share 13 points apiece. And I guess I forgot to give Keels his points there. So 13 points. Fantastic contributions from AJ Griffin. I think we saw a lot that will have Blue Devil fans really happy about that one. Jeremy Roach had 6, and Joey Baker there with 3. Sparing minutes for Mark Williams and Theo John as Coach K and the staff really opted to go with a much smaller lineup. You saw mostly Banchero, Moore, Keels, Griffin, and Roach on the floor for the majority of the second half, with Joey Baker subbing in just to give Banchero and Moore a quick breather when they needed it. Player of the game, I don't know, what do we think, chat, as far as player of the game? I mean, Wendell Moore basically carried us in the first half. And let's be real, that was a Moore carry. And then, but Banchero finishing with 23 points. I don't know, maybe they share it. It's pretty good performances by those two as well. I thought AJ Griffin was just really tough. Just played really tough tonight. In any case, a fantastic way to open up the ACC slate. Once again, thank you everybody for joining us here this evening. Duke is going to take the game 76-65 to go 1-0 here in the ACC, 11-1 in the 2021-2022 campaign. We'll be back for next Wednesday's game in Clemson. It should be a good one there against the Clemson Tigers. Always challenging when we go playing Clemson. Never really know what's going to happen. Kind of like going and playing in Blacksburg. Sometimes, and especially with a high-ranked Duke team, going on the road in the ACC is never fun. So it should be an interesting one. In any case, happy holidays to everybody. Please stay safe. Please stay healthy. Please take care of each other. And we'll see everybody back. And hit that sub button. If appreciate all the folks who did. We don't always get notifications based on your settings, but I know Eric Anderson, that one did pop up, so I appreciate that. Thank you very much to everybody for joining us here on this evening's broadcast. And we'll see you next week. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and thank you very much, Avalos Music, for this subscription. And as we were saying, yes, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, stay safe, and for all of us here, go Duke, and see you next week.